Hey guys, Venom Chaos here. I got a video for you guys today. It's about our off season. As you guys know, we lost last week, Sunday night, or this past Sunday. Hasn't been a week yet. Unfortunately, we lost to the Raiders in a very, very awesome game. Um, my my regards to the Raiders. They played it well. And I didn't make a video, but me myself, if I would have made a video, I would have said the same shit or something related to what had happened. Was, either one of us was going to be down, we're going to come back up, going to go to overtime, and then, people were going to think, oh, like, we're going to get a tie, but obviously neither of the teams wanted a tie, guys. Let's be honest here. You don't want a AFC rival, let alone an AFC West rival, to be in the playoffs. I mean, you think about it, if the Raiders or Chargers would have tied, you got to face your division rival who know you the best more than any other teams because they play you twice. Not like these other teams that play you once every other year or once every 2 years and stuff like that. So what I want to go with right now is our off season, what I think we should do, the people we should sign, the people we should give a tender to. If you don't know what a tender is, it's basically when a team puts either a first or a second round tender on a player who they want to keep. I believe they have to be within 2 years, 3 years, or somewhere around there. I think it's like within the 4 or 5 years into the career. I can't remember how much it is. I don't know. But I looked up these players and they said they can be tendered. So I believe that's just gonna happen to these players when I let you guys know who they are. So with the off season, I'm gonna begin with the this is Chargers only, guys. So for all you other fans, I'm so sorry. So you guys have my notes right here. It's been a while, so usually I do it on my phone, but not this time. It's been a while. So oh, by the way, new Chargers gear, guys. You guys see my old hat, the gray one. I want the little sparkly right here on the Chargers. I still do have it. It's unfortunately very, very old. The coloring of the yellow is gone. So I think it was just time to retire that hat. That's usually my work hat. I take it everywhere, despite what people might say to me, oh, Chargers this and Chargers that. Most of the people don't give me shit for it. They usually just tell me, oh, man, I don't know why people don't like the Chargers. And, well, I always tell them it's because we left San Diego. It's because our owner is, yeah, I'm not going to say what he is, but you get what I'm trying to say. I'm all for whoever the hell buys freaking the Chargers, but I want an owner. If the Chargers do get sold, right, I want an owner who is gonna. A great example would be the Broncos. Bolin, the primary owner, Bolin, when he bought the team, I believe back in '84. Look what he did. He got 3 Super Bowls. When he was the owner, bought the team, made an investment on the team, and it worked out. 3 Super Bowls later, he passed away, unfortunately. May he rest in peace. And he had Alzheimer's. I think he passed away. I'm not fuck, I should have said that shit. I'm so sorry for you Broncos fans if he did not pass away. But I do remember reading something about a Bolin family member passing away, and then something about the former owner of the Broncos trying to buy them back, and then I guess it was illegal, so now they gotta like auction it off. So yeah, more on that. I'll do a video about that. But for now, the Chargers, we need an owner who's gonna treat our team like family. I'm not saying that Spanos and the Spanos families don't treat us like, treat us like our team like family. What I'm saying is we need a team, like basically a lifelong fan owner who's gonna come in and do the best for the team. I just don't think the Spanos family is all invested in the team as in like fans. I think they're more on the business side. They say that the business is good. Well, not according to the sister. She's the one who put the team up for sale. So I don't know who the perfect owner would be for the Chargers. They are in a big market, LA. So hopefully someone that cares about the team. With that being said, so the current players are players who are unrestricted free agents, meaning they're not restricted to, we don't restrict them. They can sign whoever the hell they want. So this includes defensive tackle Linval Joseph, cornerback Chris Harris Jr., wide receiver Mike Williams, former first-round pick, of ours. Tight end Jared Cook, offensive guard / offensive tackle Ode Oboshi, cornerback Ryan Smith, outside linebacker Kyler Fackrell, defensive end / outside linebacker Uchenna Nwosu, former second round pick for us. Quarterback Chase Daniel, offensive guard / offensive tackle Michael Schofield, long snapper Matt Overton, defensive tackle Christian Covington, tight end Stephen Anderson, defensive tackle Justin Jones, former third round pick for us. Safety Trey Marshall, inside linebacker / middle linebacker. I'm not sure what the hell the difference is between that is, but I mean, whatever. Kaiser White, offensive guard / offensive tackle Storm Norton, tight end Donald Parham Jr., center Scott / guard Scott Quisenberry, running back Justin Jackson, wide receiver Jalen Guyton, punter Ty Long, and kicker Dustin Hopkins. So those are the people who are unrestricted free agents. There should be a lot more, but some of these will be restricted free agents, meaning that they are restricted to sign. They can't, basically they either sign with us, or I'm not sure how that works. I can't remember. But back on that tender stuff, the way it works is if it's a first round tender, I believe the player gets above 4.3 to 4.7 million for 1 year. So that's his base salary. This does not include bonuses or anything. The team can choose to give that 4.3 to 4.7, right, and give him a bonus of that. So meaning, so let's say, I'll explain to you guys in a little bit. So check this out. This is what I think we should do. So first off, our priority here, look, the wide receiver market this year will be big. A lot of receivers. Just a couple of names. Devontae Adams, Mike Williams, Chris Godwin, who else? I believe Adam Thielen. Just a whole bunch of receivers who are going to be free agents. So you got to think about it. Okay, is Mike Williams the best fit for our team? I honestly feel, look, guys, he is not like if you're expecting him to be our Cooper Kupp, you're looking at it the wrong way. He's not a Cooper Kupp. He is our Mike Evans, okay? He is basically the Mike Evans of our football team, and Keenan Allen is their Chris Godwin. That's the way I see it for as far as like Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Justin Herbert, right? Tom Brady. So that's the way I would see it. So in this case, because I know a lot of teams are going to go after Adams, after Godwin, a lot of teams will end up going for Mike Williams because the top two receivers are off. So they're going to go to the third receiver. And I believe in this free agency, if Mike Williams was to hit that free agency, he would be the third best selection in that free agency gap. Because I believe, I can't remember what names exactly, but I think the best name after Mike Williams was that guy from the Bears, Allen Robinson. And Allen Robinson is not a bad receiver, guys. Just I want to let that know. Allen Robinson, when he was with the Jaguars, and keep in mind, Blake Bortles was his quarterback, okay? And he was, I believe, he had like 1 year of 1,000 yards. And he had another season like 800, 900, whatever. He's a good receiver. He just needs to be on the right team. He hasn't been on the right team. So, that just goes to say, can we or should we trust in Mike Williams enough to give him a huge contract? Now, look, this dude's going to want a fat paycheck. This year alone, I believe we gave him $15.5 million for 1 year. His base salary right now, that is his market value, is worth $16.3 to $16.5 million per average salary. Meaning, this is not including signing bonuses. So meaning it is for that year, but right? His base salary is $16.3 to $16.5 million per year. So you take that and add bonus, signing bonus to whatever they give him. So in this case, this is what I would do for the Chargers if I was Tom Telesco. Or, I mean, I'm not sure if he's going to stay. I mean, I've been hearing rumors that the Chargers are looking at other potential general managers. Like, not trying to get rid of them, but just in the case, you know, that they don't like it this year. You know, they're looking for a head, you know, for the future. So maybe not this year, but next year. Because I believe Telesco was signed a couple of years ago to an extension for 3 to 4 years. And I believe it's coming up. So we will see. So I'm going to go down the list. I'm going to start off with my re-signings. My re-signings, then the tender, and then the free agent needs, then the draft needs. So before I go on, so Mike Williams had an incredible season, guys. He had 76 receptions on the year for 1,146 yards, 9 touchdowns, which he led the league in, and he averaged 15.1 yards on average per catch. So that is incredible, guys. And then remember this, guys. He is a very fast receiver for a huge ass guy. He's like 6'5", 6'4". I believe he's 6'4" and like something, but he's not 6'5" just yet. But he has very high vertical jump. So look, like I said, with him averaging 16.3 million, right, to 16.5, I just think that's too much. Because if he goes to the free agency, he is gonna get overpaid. He really is. Okay, guys. Like I said, he's right now they're averaging him at 65.5 million for 4 years. That's what they're basing his contract off. I don't think that. I think if I were Tom Telesco, I would offer him a 4-year. Now, before I say this, I am using Madden 22 logistics. I know it's not relatable, but it's the best way I can put it as far as what I would do. So this is Madden terms. I would give him a 4-year contract with 63.2 million, with 33.8 million guaranteed and 22.3 million signing bonuses. Okay, so meaning if we were to do that, he would be averaging 15.8 million per year, right? So he's not going to like that because he already practically made that this year. And I mean, look, Keenan Allen had 1,138 yards for 106 receptions. So for Mike Williams to have about a quarter less receptions with more yards, right? But then again, in Keenan's defense, he is not a deep threat guy. He's a route runner, so he is obviously going to get shorter routes. But Keenan, in that fact, was averaging 10.7 yards per carry, which that's a lot of yards, guys. That's like Austin Eckler running fucking for a first down. Like, that's incredible for a receiver to have that much yardage. So either way, that's what I would go based off for Mike Williams. I do not think he would accept this contract. I don't, because he could easily be making, like I said, some team is going to overpay his ass. And if I know one team that's going to pay him over, is going to be the fucking Jets. I just have a feeling, dude. Ugh, I really hope this doesn't happen. Either way, so the next player on my list that I would put to re-sign as our next priority is Uchenna Nwosu. At first, I was skeptical because he wasn't really getting the sacks, getting the pressures, getting the run stops. But this year changed everything for my outlook on how he is. When he is lined up, like literally on the opposite side as an outside linebacker with Joey Bosa, he reminds me a lot of the early stages when we used to have, what was that one outside linebacker we used to have a long ass time ago, man? It wasn't Merriman. And it wasn't Takeo Spikes. Oh, dude. I can't remember his name, but he was just so fast off the edge. Like, faster than Melvin Ingram. Like, Ingram has very fast get-off speed, but I just can't remember what the Chargers player was. If you guys know who I'm talking about, please leave it in the comments. Help me, because I sometimes forget my Chargers players. But either way, Uchenna Nwosu, I would give him a kind of like a prove-it contract type of thing. Like, not a 1-year prove-it year, but more like of a 3-year. You got 3 years to prove your ass, and we can let you go in the second year and pay you the like literally shit. So obviously the NFL is not like the NBA. The NBA has player options and team options. The NFL don't have that. They got team options. So Uchenna Nwosu is kind of screwed here. So I would give Uchenna Nwosu a 3-year contract worth $18 to $20 million, which would mean we would be paying him. He would be guaranteed $7 to $9 million on that contract, and he would have a signing bonus of $6.5 to $7.5 million. And I would give him about $6 million to $7 million to $6 million to $7.5 million on per base salary. That might be a little bit too much, but like I said, if let's say remember next year, right, we sign him, and next year he doesn't necessarily do as well in sacks, right? But if the pressures are there, then that's all we need, because that's gonna open the holes not only for Joey Bosa, but for whoever we get in that on that defense. Whether it's Derwin James, Nazir Adderley, whoever we sign. I'm not sure if we're gonna get Fackrell, or I wouldn't re-sign Fackrell. He did okay when he was there, but yeah, we need more help. So the next player I would re-sign is Justin Jones. Justin Jones, to me, did a very, very decent job the last couple of games after he returned from his injury. He wasn't like the best, like, if you know what I mean, but he improved from what the last couple of years was giving him, and he wasn't really, down below on depth either, guys, the last couple of years. He's been either the number 2 or the number 3 defensive tackle for us, whether it was with Brandon Mebane or Linval Joseph, or even, ahead of him, I think at the time was, who did we have last year that we had ahead of him? Jerry Tillery. We had Jerry Tillery ahead of him at D tackle, but now they're both defensive ends. As you guys know, I believe Justin Jones plays on the left side, and Jerry Tillery has been playing on the right side, literally right by Joey Bosa, and he's actually been opening the lanes for Joey Bosa at times, because Jerry Tillery he's been getting bigger, guys. When we first drafted him, he was at 290 something. And right now, I believe last time I checked his weight, he was like at 3 something. So he's gaining weight to be a run stopping type of guy. I don't think we need him as a pass rusher anymore. I think Justin Jones fits our defensive and pass rush better, because he's a lot leaner and a lot quicker on his feet. And I believe he does have better footwork and hand movement than Tillery does. So, with that being said, I would sign Justin Jones to a 2-year, $3.5 to $4 million contract. But his contract could be worth up to $5 million with incentives. I wouldn't guarantee this guy more than $1.5 to $2 million, just because of the fact that he is injury prone. That's the biggest, damn. But I would give him a $1 million signing bonus, because when he is healthy, guys, he is a very incredible player. It's just he hasn't been able to stay healthy. Because of all this, his base salary wouldn't be more than $1.75 million or $2 million. That would be the top notch per year, which is okay. Like I said, his contract would be worth $2 to $4 million. It could be $5 million with incentives. The last player I would have re-signed on our free agency list this year. Now remember, guys, we have so much salary cap. We're the number 1 team with the most salary cap going into the season. And like I said, if we re-sign Mike Williams, we still have a pretty good amount of salary cap left. But not enough to make a splash in the free agency after, I believe, if we were to sign Nwosu, Williams, Jones all together. Well, I think we will be fine. We should at least be able to get 2 to 3 players, big name players. So the next and final player that I would resign off this list would be Donald Parham Jr. I would give this man a 4-year, $3.2 million contract with $2 million guaranteed. His I would give him a $850K signing bonus. His base salary would be $800K per season. Now this is a low contract, but this is because I would love for Donald Parham and Trey McKitty to grow together, right? Kind of like may he rest in peace, and a Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski type of dual thing that the Patriots like to do. We haven't had that, guys, since like the mid 2000s, since we had Ladarius Green and Antonio Gates together. If I don't know if you guys remember that, but if you guys do, give this fucking video a thumbs up, because I used to love Ladarius Green, guys. That dude was like sick. He's like a literal replica. Like the reason I love Donald Parham is because he reminds me of Ladarius Green. He may not be as fast as Ladarius Green, because let's be honest, Ladarius Green was pretty damn fast for a freaking tight end. You know, but he does have the height and the hop and the catching. Now, Donald Parham did go down after his concussion. I think the Chargers didn't want to play him as much because of the fact that the concussion was so severe that he was literally not cleared to play for 2 to 3 weeks. So he did get injured. I forgot what game it was, but he was out for the rest of the year. I'm not sure if he played after. I can't remember. I didn't see him. I don't remember seeing him against the Raiders game. So that would be the last player I would sign to re-sign. Now my tendered players. Some of you are gonna be like, "What the heck? Where's Kyzir White?" Well, he's right here. Kyzir White, I would give him a second round tender. Now, second round tender can be worth up to 3.2. Sorry, anywhere from 3.3 to $4 million for 1 year. Now, a tender is where any team can match your tender. So in the case that, let's say he can sign with any team, right? So let's say who needs a middle linebacker? Let's go with, you know what? Screw it. Let's go with the Eagles. So let's say the Eagles, offer Kyzir White They said they offer him a $20 million 5-year contract, right? So that would be around $4 million per year on base salary. That's not including, his bonuses and stuff like that. So in bonuses, you're probably looking at maybe 25 to 30 million in all together. I really do think the Chargers would match it. I think they would match any type of tender for Kyzir White. Why? Because he has been our pass coverage linebacker, and he's been doing it like absolutely great. Like, it's so good that our first round pick, Kenneth Murray, was our third middle linebacker, meaning it was Kyzir White, Drue Tranquill, Kenneth Murray, Ben Niemann, and that other guy. I'm not even going to try to say his name, but his name starts with the O. Ogbenigbe or whatever freaking his name is. So we had 5 middle linebackers. And to me, White was the best. Then it was Tranquill. But Tranquill did get injured. But at the time of Tranquill's injury, I do believe that Tranquill was playing better than White. But White eventually caught up. Not in stats, but caught up as in, like, he picked up his slacks. He learned from what Tranquill was doing, took that, added to his, and has made it better. So to me, Kyzir White in the future will be one of, if not the best linebacker. I could be wrong. Oh, well. So, the second player I would tender would be Justin Jackson, running back, who we drafted a couple of years ago in the 6th or 5th round. I can't remember, out of Northwestern. He, when healthy, is a very good running back. He could legitimately be our freaking starting running back if he could stay healthy. Like, I literally think he has the potential to be Austin Eckler, but he never will because he always gets injured. Same thing with Austin Eckler. He gets injured, but Austin Eckler's training is just so epic that he can come back from an injury about a month ahead of schedule, So I would give him a second round tender again. No more than 3.3 or $4 million worth for a 1 year contract. The next player would be Jalen Guyton. Again, the same thing goes to him. He's a second round tender. The next player is Oboshi. Now, I don't know if we can give this guy a tender. I don't know how long he's been in the league. I think he's been in the league for 8 years. Now, I'm not sure if we can, but if we can, I would do the only guard I would do that I would do as in like, tender him to keep him in the contract would be Ode. But unfortunately, I don't believe he's worth a second round tender. 3.3 million is worth too much for him. I mean, I believe this past year we signed him to a 1 year like $800K or $1.5 million contract. So I mean, he's not really worth a lot. So I would not get him in the second round tender. But if there's another like 10, like a third or fourth or fifth, I mean, shit, fuck, for all means, sign the dude. Excuse me. So with that being said, guys, free agent needs. I do believe we need better quarterback depth, running back depth, wide receiver, tight end, O-line, defensive line, secondary, and special teams. So in the draft, depending on what we do, so the draft is basically based off in the future, as everybody knows. So for the future, I would go, depending on how we do in the free agency, our main concern is offensive tackle and defensive tackle. So I, in the draft, would go with offensive tackle, defensive interior lineman, so, D tackle or nose tackle. I would go with linebackers, specifically outside linebackers. A cornerback. We still need a cornerback help, guys. We're thin at cornerback help. Mike Davis did not play well this year, guys. Very, very, very overrated from last year. Is now leading up to that $29.5 million contract right now. Now remember, we do not have to pay the guy until I believe March or April of this year is when his new contract hits, because his old contract is still in place. Yeah, I mean his old contract, his old contract, which is a tender that we gave him last year, is in place this year still until April or March. After that completes and really training, all that shit starts, is when his new contract comes in. So the Chargers do potentially have the option to literally let him go, and he would only cost us $3.5 million in cap penalties. So I mean, it's not a lot. So that's definitely something we could do with Mike Davis if we do not have enough trust in him. And I believe if we do that, I think we get compensation. I don't know how that works. God, that was a long ass video. I'm at 27 minutes. If you guys have stayed this long, guys, give it a thumbs up, leave your name in the comment, and I'll shout you guys out. Anyways, so like I said, I would go with that. Also cornerback, safety, kicker, and punter. Draft needs, right? All we can work on, right? So now that we have that said, in the first round, I would go defensive tackle. I really like that Davis kid from Georgia. He played phenomenal in that bowl game. If we do not get that guy, which is our main concern right now on that defense, is D tackle, dude. That guy is a defensive, run stop mauler guy. I've never seen a guy like that ever. Just eat up the freaking front end. The only other guy that I can say that eats up the middle like that, there's only two guys I can say that, and that's what's his name? Aaron Donald and Chris Jones from the Chiefs. Those two guys, man, when they rush the quarterback, or they're just getting the guards out of the way, right, for a run stop move, dude, that's just incredible. Can you imagine him, right, Nwosu on one end, Bosa on the other end, right, and then with, like I said, Tillery and Justin Jones on the side? Dude, to me that's a decent defensive line. Now, it's not the best. We can definitely use more. I do believe we should definitely draft a defensive end this year, just to help us and with that run stop as well. So I would, in the first 2 rounds, I would go defensive line. My opinion would be defensive tackle, defensive end, and then I think offensive tackle in the 3rd round. Now, I know we went defensive tackle a couple of years ago, Trey Pipkins, which he's been playing better, guys. So I mean, there's might still be hope, you know. I mean, if we let go of Brian Bulaga, which I believe we should do, because this motherfucker is owed like 11 million this year. If we let him go, we're seven. I think we're saving like 8, 7 mil. I don't know, but shit, anything to fucking let his go. Has to go, man. That's worst investment we've ever done. $30.5 million for 3 years down the drain, and I believe we guaranteed his ass like 22 mil. Oh, it reminds me of that freaking time we re-signed King Dunlap. Oh, or Orlando Franklin too. I remember I was so big on that guy, and that guy was just like the hugest bust ever. I'm happy he's healthy now, but oh, all right, guys. Well, so that's what I think. I would go D tackle, DN, and then offensive tackle. We do need receiver help. I feel like we still need receiver help. We still need safety help. We need a lot of help in so much areas, guys. But I'll tell you this right now. Staley will build our team to his liking. And when he does that, our defense is going to be, if not better, than the number 1 defense he had with the Rams a year ago. I guarantee you guys that. Just let him build his team. All you, like, and all the fans are upset for his calls and stuff like that. I mean, I'd be lying to you if I told you, hey, I wasn't upset with the calls. I was. But now that I go back and watch him, it's like, okay, I understand. You know, I understand the decision. And you know what? He's my coach. So, Brandon Staley, I stick with you, man. You know, I doubt you're ever going to watch this video, but Brandon Staley, if you watch this video, give it a thumbs up. Guys, I'm in my car making this video, guys. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'm not going to show you where I'm at just for video purposes and, you know, landlords and stuff like that, you know. So, guys, thanks for watching. It's been a very long time since I put out a video. I am so sorry. I don't have the best connection in the world. I'll try to get this video out as soon as I can. It will take a while, so I excuse for the voice cracks. I'm not sick or anything. It's just the change in the weather really changing my voice because of the allergies and stuff. So I apologize for that. But guys, if you want to see more videos throughout the year, throughout the season for your teams, let me know. You know, I mean, I just don't do Chargers video, guys. I love doing videos about other teams. I'm a football addict, fanatic, and not just the Chargers. You know, I love my Chargers, always have. Now, I'm not sure if I would tell you a story about how I became a Chargers fan, but that's for another day. If you guys want to know how I became a Chargers fan, let me know in the comments. I'll tell you my story. Or if you guys would like one day a Q&A, just put a little thumbs up in the along with your name, and just type in Q&A. Thanks, guys. Take it easy and stay classy.